So, and is the Watanabe in the same zone we are right now?
You cannot see the Watanabe.
And we need some target recognition and some firing solution then. So how about the target?
I'm sorry?
We need some target recognition. So where's our target?
You said we can't find them.
Yeah, you currently cannot see them.
All right, so I would assume first thing to do would be to have the doctor scan for them using sensors.
Scanning.
Cool. So let me go to the proper place. Where is?
All right, are you ready for this?
This is sensors. So this would be a sensor sweep. It's a reason science assisted by the ship's sensor science. It is a difficulty of 0.
Good. Griffin following suit.
Yep.
You said reason science, right?
Correct.
Hey.
Got one. Cool. So unfortunately, so you just nailed. Actually, no, it was a difficulty 0, so you're going to get 1 momentum for it.
And you could spend that for information. And that's probably the important thing.
And because you're at the ops station, you're going to get an additional question as part of that, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Oh yeah.
He's not the ops officer. He's just at the ops station. Like, I don't get command of all of medical if I am doing something in medical.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah. I think that's how it goes.
That's how I'm going to be playing it. If I'm wrong, then then nail me to a cross upside down.
You heard him.
Yeah, already we have one momentum. So that's the important question.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
where's our
you're
target?
able to. So your sensor sweep is able to tell they are not in the zone you are currently in. So they are somewhere beyond you.
Unfortunately, they're not in this zone. This is not my area of expertise. Let's check the next castle.
Well,
Or could you spend more momentum to actually lengthen your sensor sweep for the next zone or so?
Is that an option? Can we do
Yeah.
extended sensor sweep?
well, you could spend that that momentum to obtain some more info, which is
Maybe follow their ion trail or something.
that's sort of what I was thinking.
Ah, yes. Following the ion trail.
I just realized I should move us over here.
Look at that.
Ooh, okay.
Do you have cool little ships to put on the map too?
I wish. It is like, first of all, I hate Pinterest with the fiery passion of 1,000 suns, because all I want is here's a neat image. I want to save it to my computer, and Pinterest is like, nope, log in, asshole. So I did find a nice top-down, like a top-down view for an Akira class. I'm going to see if I can find one for a Centaur class as well, because yeah, coming up in future games where ship-to-ship combat might be a possibility, having ships you could actually move would be helpful.
Okay, where do you want the image? Top-down Akira class. Where should I put it?
Like that right there?
Yeah, I cannot upload. I can put it in Discord.
Oh,
I think.
Nice. Yeah, I think that Jensar already added one. I'd have to
okay.
Photoshop it off of the background. But yeah, totally doable. So that will be some homework that I can do.
It's yeah. I have some with a transparent background.
Oh, yeah,
Let me.
You should be able
Right.
just to drop the file right into any one of the text channels.
Okay, let me save that as. What's it called? Akira.
So anyway, while that's
Okay.
going on, you were able to, yeah, if you spend that one momentum, which you did, there are some ion trails you were able to pick up. And it would appear that the trail goes into the zone with the space junk.
I think that's good news for us.
If I could save the image, and Discord decides it wants to be a nope. And let me see what happens if I just take this. Nice.
I'm working on the other one currently. I might actually get that in a few minutes, moments, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's see. Probably not that beautiful, but still might work.
I will take it. I'm just going to call this.
Okay.
Neat. Cool. So anyway,
uploading that right now. So that could work.
All right. Let me just get out that. Oh yeah, that'll definitely work.
Yeah, it's very, not that cleanly cut, but well.
It'll work. And I can always clean it up later. Neat. Now there's an actual ship. So you're able to find that the ion trails go into the space junk field. That's what you're able to find out with one momentum spent.
Well, I say we go into the space junk. That's where we're safest anyway. And continue searching.
Yeah, and of course, we might actually scan that for hazards. That would be navigation to actually get us a decent flight plan there, so that we don't have any problem and might actually have an easier time finding them.
So I think that's for our navigator to do.
Cool. So I think that the next action, I mean, because we're technically in like an initiative sense, so let me. Bleh. Okay. So yeah, the next move would be that who's yeah, whoever's operating the helm spends one or more power and then they attempts a control plus con task with a difficulty of 2 or of 0, assisted by the ship's engines plus plus con, and that tells you how fast you are going to move. So if you spend 1 power, you'll go one zone. If you spend 2 power, you'll go 2 zones, etc. And the ship may not spend more power to go to warp than its engines score, which in the Griffin's case, The engines are. Oh, so yeah, you can actually go to maximum warp.
Yes, we can.
We could go to maximum warp and have energy left over.
Yeah, and that's before I start rolling to shunt additional energy into the system.
No, if we're only moving one zone though, can't we use impulse instead? Is there any benefit to doing that?
I mean, you are not in a stress situation, so you could probably just go on impulse because you are being slow and methodical, and you are chasing effectively.
Yeah, I'm just thinking we shouldn't use power yet if we don't know exactly what we're using it for.
Yeah. So yeah, the captain will say, Lieutenant Thos, take us into the debris field. Full impulse power.
Okay, so fun story. Our improved impulse drive. When we use the impulse, attack pattern, evasive action, or ramming speed tasks, if those are ever successful, we can spend 2 momentum to further increase the difficulty to hit us by 1 for that turn.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because our ship is fast.
This debris field is going to be like our best friend.
Oh yeah.
They're going to be so sorry they went in there. They don't even know.
and looking up, going to impulse, you can adjust position and move to anywhere within long range. So you could go into the debris field. You could go into the moon's space. It does take 1 power though, and it is a control plus con task with a difficulty 0, assisted by the engines plus con task.
Right. So there's
this time it would be.
I was just gonna say there's
Go ahead.
maneuver also, which doesn't use any power, but you can only go to medium.
Anywhere
range.
within medium range.
Yeah.
So,
So let's save our
yeah.
power.
All right. So if we just do maneuver, then I do control plus con, and then someone else rolls the ship's engines plus con, right?
Yep. And it's a great way to like get some extra momentum.
Yep. So now I've got helm operations for a focus. Can I use that?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. All right. So here's my
Our
roll.
operating helm.
Yeah.
So how about the ship?
Yeah. Engines plus con. See what the Griffin do.
Hey, Griffin might actually succeed at this.
Hey, there
Yeah.
we go.
It's that 11 engines.
Yeah.
So that's 3 momentum, which you will gain right now. Cool. So you are currently at 4.
How long would this momentum spend for the improved impulse drive last?
It's a thing our ship has.
So
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
So
when you spend 2 momentum, it lasts 1 turn. So basically it increases evasive maneuver harder to hit by 1.
So what I'd like to do
okay.
then, what I'd like to do is, as long as everybody's okay with this, I'd like to spend 2 momentum to do a swift task.
Okay.
Now I've got the flyby talent that says when I do this, when I'm piloting, it doesn't increase the difficulty of the second task.
Okay.
So then I'm going to do evasive action as my second task.
All right. And that is a daring plus con task with a difficulty of 1,
Yep.
assisted by the ship's structure plus con. And if successful, until you take your next turn, all egg attacks against you and all egg attacks made by you increase difficulty by 1, and there is a power requirement of 1 to do it.
So now I also have another talent, which is precise evasion, which says that if I succeed at the evasive action task, it does not increase our outgoing attack difficulty.
Okay. Sounds pretty sweet.
Is everybody okay with that?
You do you, dude.
Well, I'm spending momentum, so I don't want to do it without.
You're the subject matter expert when it comes to this stuff. You do what you need to do.
Griffin doesn't like close maneuvers. It likes going in straight lines.
Yeah.
You know, we trust you. All our lives depend on you.
This is what I live for. All right. So I'm doing daring plus con. I have evasion as a focus. So can I use that?
Yep.
All right. And then we just need the ship to do structure plus con.
I already rolled it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's Phlox.
And it came up nil.
It's a complication for the ship, I think.
Well, I rolled it first, and then Phlox
Yeah.
rolled it, and so
okay.
whoever took.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to be nice and not count that one complication. So you're going to get 1 momentum back for it. Cool. Now, letting you know that the debris field is dense. It is really dense, such that it has a space a size or scale requirement of 3, which means your ship is 1 too big. So any maneuverability tasks while you're in this zone are going to be 1 more difficult.
It sounds like 0 more difficult.
So I have another talent called Push the Limits.
Yes, you do. I'm sure you do.
When you attempt a contest is increased in difficulty due to an environmental condition, reduce the difficulty by 1 to a minimum of 1.
If there are any budding GMs out there listening to this, this is your reminder from someone who has made this mistake several times to read up on what your players can and cannot do before you design things.
Say, I made it tough for you to drive. Well, about that, I play Blue Eyes White Dragon. And, no.
Screw the rules, I have money.
Did anybody ever notice that in Yu-Gi-Oh, the best card player is Joey? Like, Yugi has, like, a god who invented the game in his head. Kaiba has all the money in the world. You know, all these other people have these cheats. Joey's just a dude who bought his own deck and is not super rich, so can't afford all the crazy stuff, and fights on their level. Joey's the best duelist in Yu-Gi-Oh!
That changes my entire perspective on that. Like, I'm gonna have to like rewatch that whole show again on my own time, of course. Yeah. So that means that the next task is gonna be, okay. So you're in the asteroid, or you're in the debris field right now. I'm gonna have them make another task. See if they can. The ship is gonna actually, let me open their character sheet up. I'm on the wrong layer. Go here. We're gonna say this is big.
The Watanabe has probably a harder time in this dense debris field, so much harder than we have.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna roll that, and apparently they get nothing. Cool. So they attempt to do something, and nothing happens. It is now your turn. We've had the helms person go. We've had the con officer go.
We still haven't found them?
You have not found them yet. You are currently in the debris field.
Well, until we find them, I can't start hacking their computers. So
cool. So what I'll say is I'll have Captain Kassar go to, or he will order Lieutenant Thoss. Actually, no, he'll order Dr. Phlox to make another sensor suite.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the order thing. You can immediately do another action. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm doing another sensor sweep.
Yep. Same thing, which in this case is
Reason plus sensors, I think it was, or reason plus science.
sorry, sensor sweep. A reason science assisted by the ship's sensor science.
And this is the direct DCO assists with his command skill too. So
Yep.
another
Assist
assist.
using reason command.
Aha! Watch this. Oh my
Nice.
god!
We got it.
Ah,
So it's a difficulty 0. So you're just piling on the friggin' momentum right now. So Kassar will roll. Let's do insight command. He will roll 1 die, and he also helps. So that's 4 on a difficulty of 0. So you're going to max out your momentum with 1 floating.
You could spend that right away to find the.
Yeah, I'm basically
Okay,
going to say that yeah, if you want to spend 2 momentum, we'll say that you find them trying to hide amongst the debris field, and you can get the drop on them, and you'll basically get first action.
Ah, yes. The element of surprise.
I need that for a firing solution.
Cool. So you see that they are attempting to hide behind this rather large piece of floating space debris. Right now, their aft nacelles are pretty much the only thing that you have a really good shot at. If you were attempting to, fire upon them. But we are going to officially start combat right now. Well, we've been in combat for this first round, so you will get the first action.
Do you want me to tell me when you want me to start hacking?
I'd say if you can, do it right now. Why not?
Cool. So this is going to be, you're in the same zone, so you are in close range. So let's see. That means you would have to be. I'm going to say this is going to be a control plus science task, assisted by the ship's computers plus security. And we're going to put the difficulty of this, because we're kind of going off. I think we are going a little off book here. I'm going to set the difficulty of this trying to hack into their computer systems. I'm going to set the difficulty at 4, but with your advantage, that will drop it down to 3.
All right. I'm going to. You know what? I'm going to do my thing.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a momentum to give the Chief Petty Officer my science of 4 and my focus in either computers or security systems. Whichever one is more appropriate.
You're already avoiding leadership again.
We call it delegating. Thank you very much.
It's fun. I mean, if they don't know we're here, and we've got a shot at their engines. My personal suggestion would be to scan for weaknesses, spend momentum to keep initiative, and hammer them with torpedoes.
Yeah, and they might survive the first volley. So let's start
They
with
will,
the hacking.
but it'll knock them around a little bit. But yeah, no, I mean, listen, I'm not the officer. I'm not a bridge crew member. I will do what I'm told. So I'll take collaboration. I'll roll dice. There's no worries with that.
Control plus my science of 4, and you have a focus.
Okay. Focus, yes. Now, how do I put in like a null number?
You can actually just temporarily increase your science to 4 for rolling, and then reduce it back down to 2 when you're done.
Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah.
That's how I've been doing it.
Pow.
So that's 2. So that means that the ship is going to have to help with computers plus security.
I think he only gets one roll because he's assisting, so that's only one, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you are doing the primary role.
Yep.
Okay, so Jensar, re-roll that and only roll one die. Sorry.
Yeah, ships security plus
computers.
And then I'm assuming this is going to be a big old extended task with the track and everything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Am I rolling the ship?
I mean,
looks like he already did and got nothing.
I will spend another momentum to put myself at 4 dice because I have computer expertise. Whenever I'm doing computer stuff, I get an extra die.
Oh, so you just get an extra die free.
For whenever I'm programming or studying or manipulating computer systems. So 3 just gets it?
Yep. Yeah, and thankfully because of that advantage you had gotten, that's what got you in.
Oh, I get 4 because of the
untapped potential.
Untapped potential.
So you're going to get 1 momentum back.
Yay.
All right. So, Tahana, what is it exactly you're trying to get into?
I mean, I'm basically attempting to establish a backdoor into their computer system. And, you know, from my knowledge of what computer system they have, try and figure out the best way to futz with their computers. I mean, ultimately, shutting down their shields would probably be my top priority, but if that's not, you know, feasible, you know, causing their main computer system to crash, or any number of them.
Maybe in addition to doing that, burn 2 momentum to establish the advantage backdoor established or something along those lines. So
yeah, that might work too.
You can't easily be shunted back out of the system.
Yeah,
that would be a good spend. Yeah,
got it. Excellent, great. So let's do this. There are 6 options for the ship's systems. You tell me which one you want to target, and if you ever get to a fail state in this sort of extended task thing, then you can try to switch and do something else.
Okay.
So you've got computers, communications, engines, sensors, structure, which I would say shields, and also weapons. So I'll say
I think I'm going to go for structure. If I can turn off their shields, I mean, that's pretty much a win for us.
Cool. So I'm going to say that, yes, this will be an extended task, and if you can get through it before you are kicked out or something happens where you are no longer able to complete this, you're basically going to disable it. It will be as if that particular system was disabled due to damage.
Okay.
Let me see. What is? Hold on.
Roll.
What's the
challenge dice?
We'll say that getting in that was your action. If you want to spend 2 momentum, we'll let you start, but the first roll will be slightly difficult.
Okay, I'll just I'm gonna let other people have momentum. I'll just say it there. I will inform Captain Kassar. I have established contact with their computer.
Excellent. Well, you know what you know what to do, Lieutenant. In the meantime, Tactical, let's give them a wake-up call.
All right.
So first things first, since technically you win, if you want to spend your last 2 momentum to keep the initiative, you can. Otherwise, they will get an action to see if they can find you.
I'd say no. We spent them to actually get them. We have the advantage. Always use that.
Okay, so we'll spend the last 2 momentum, and you can take that first shot.
All right. So, wake up call or full spread photon torpedoes? What do you think?
We can't full spread there. We have barely their tip of their nacelle visible.
Yeah, well, we might
totally want to nail engines while they're stuck in a debris field trying to hide, and we're more maneuverable. Seems like a really good target.
Okay, let's go for the photon torpedo. No, let's go for the phaser attack. So let's see.
So the phaser bank.
Yeah, the difficulty is, I think it's
2.
2. Yeah, it's 2. And
so firing the weapon, I'm a firing. I'm a charging my laser.
Also, I assume we have spent 9 energy to raise our shields.
Oh well, actually, as soon as weapons are about to go hot, Captain Kassar calls out red alert, and
cool.
And the shields go up, and Captain Kassar will look to you, Commander Strohm, and say, "Fire when ready."
All right. Firing solution established. Firing. Okay, now spend one. I generate one thread to get another die. On that one.
I'll take it.
And someone needs to roll for the ship. That's probably the ship's weapon system and
security.
Okay, and that's
so you are targeting specifically the ship's engines, right?
If that's a caught shot, it makes it more difficult.
Yes,
how much difficult?
By
increase?
1. Yeah, so it would go from a 2 up to a 3.
Okay, difficulty 3.
Good news, the ship helps you one. She
All right.
likes weapons.
Yeah, that's already something. So let's hope
sitting on
for
12 thread.
A decent roll. So rolling 3 dice. Let's see. Looks good.
Got it. Cool. So that is, I think you net 1 momentum, I think.
Yeah. And
Great.
what do our ship's phasers do?
So the ship's phasers, I actually went through. So the phaser banks should be properly calibrated for the damage rolls. They do have versatile 2, which I think is an effect roll, if I remember correctly. Or
check.
Oh yeah, since you actually were successful, you gain 2 bonus momentum.
Oh, that's great. I can use that. All right, so
versatile will be used to give it piercing. Is that how that works?
Versatile 2 gives you extra momentum to use on the whatchamacallits, the little bennies.
Okay.
Yeah, they're momentum spends for damage rolls. So, let me make the damage roll first, and let's see what I'm spending momentum on. Okay, so I simply click on the ship's phaser bank's damage dice.
Yep.
There's only one die. Is that correct?
It is. If I remember correctly, it is. Hold on.
It's like size of the ship plus security, I think. But again, so. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
I think it should be. Actually, I think that it should be 0, because the phaser banks don't give you anything. Yeah. So you don't get any extra die. It's just ship's scale plus security. So you should be rolling 7 dice when you click on it.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Looks like it is successful.
Looks good, and we have 3 blanks on that one, and I might actually spend 1 of those momentum to reroll the 3 blanks.
Okay. So I'll
So
spend that. Give yourself so reroll 3 dice.
okay, 3 dice.
Try it again.
They didn't come up with anything.
Click it again. That
yeah.
tends,
Okay.
there,
So
there we go.
So we have a total of 7 points and 1 effect, and we still have 2 momentum left. So 7 with 1 effect. What kind of effect does it do? I think it doesn't have any special effects. So they do have probably some shields up. 7 points.
I think it's technically 8. 2,
8.
4, 5, 6. Nope, 7. You were right.
All right. So I'd like to spend you know what? I'd like to. We do have two left. I spent 2 of those for 4 piercing. That means 7 damage, and it ignores 4 points of resistance.
Okay. So we'll take those last 2 momentum out.
That should hurt.
Got it. So 7 damage and 4 piercing. So first of all, I'm going to say that the ship is going to get, because of the cover, I'm going to give it 2 free cover dice. So I'm just going to roll for its cover first. If I go over here, give me... Oh, no, that's rep, so I don't care. I will click it again. Unfortunately, that does absolutely nothing. So now we're going to roll for the resistance. So there's 7...
I think isn't it 7 points? Not 7 dice?
Well, let me look that up. Hold on. I was on the page for damage at some point. Yeah, so if the target has any resistance dice, roll those. So those are not points. It is.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
dice. So we're gonna roll 7 dice over here. I don't know why I can't call this. Why I can't just actually. Hold on. Oh, there we go. 7 challenge dice. There we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So add
I would say it's 8 points.
Right. So reduce the total damage rolled by one for each point of total resistance. Okay, so actually, so Frank, you were right. It is. So the resistance is a static number.
Oh, okay.
And you reduce the damage done by it, and any damage that's left over gets applied to the shields.
Okay, and piercing ignores resistance to a certain amount, and I have 4 piercing, so that would ignore 4 of their armor or resistance they have. So they are left with, I think, 3 points resistance. Yes.
Yes.
So that would be 4 points of damage.
Yeah. So we'll just take 4 points. 1, 2.
I didn't count on them having such a high resistance. So yeah, 1 point more, and it would be something they felt.
Yeah. So I mean, 4 damage done to their shields, still pretty good. So
okay, Captain, only superficial damage, but at the right location. Next shot will be probably more effective.
So and that was not enough for a breach, unfortunately. Yeah. But you did a called shot to the engines. So the energy beam coming.
Their shields are down by 4.
Yes. Yes, they took 4 shield damage. I think what they're going to do now, because they've technically taken 2 actions so far. They're going to attempt to make a. I think they're going to attempt to do a maneuver internally, just to get around and try to get you more into a better firing position. Since they're not really in a good firing spot right now, so they're going to do a control plus con check with their engines con. So I'm going to roll for their ship. Engines con. Ship assists. And okay, so they get 1. And that means, yeah, I'm gonna say they do that. Roll for oh, okay, so we'll take the first roll. I have no clue how the NPC crew thing is supposed to work. It probably is something I have to punch into the yeah, I have no clue how that's supposed to work. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll it normally. That's much worse. That is incredibly worse. So it still works, and they still are able to maneuver so that they have you kind of broadside. I'm going to spend 2 points worth of threat to keep the initiative, and I'm going to attempt to fire upon you. So first things first. What do I want to roll? I think we're just going to open. I think we'll do opening salvo with the phaser array.
Remember, we're evasiving.
So the difficulty goes up by 1.
Right.
If I remember, so this is going to be a difficulty 3.
By 2 because we have the better engines.
No, we didn't spend the momentum for the better evasive engines.
But he did evasive maneuvers. Doesn't that kick in with evasive maneuvers?
It's evasive maneuvers, then into momentum spend.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's still going to be 3. That's going to be control plus security assisted by weapons plus security. So weapons, security, ship task rolls. Let's see, what did they get here? So they got 1. Now,
the crew quality is given on the table, NPC and Starship operations. If you take a look at.
Is it on the character sheet, or is that on the? Or is that just
in the core rules, page 225?
That's a crew quality attribute basic, or
yeah.
Attribute plus. Oh, I see it. I have to just type that in. So
and that's what you roll for all tasks.
Yeah. So the question is, I'm gonna say this is so they always act like they have a focus. They're going to roll 2 dice. We're looking for 2 more successes. Looks like I hit it exactly. So that means that my phaser array is going to... Actually, I'm going to generate 2 extra threat for that. And one of the things I can do on this is I could do some extra damage if I wanted to. I could do some penetration damage if I wanted to, but let's just see what the base damage does. Anyway.
And you can always decide after the roll, of course.
Yeah. So we're going to roll that type of damage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'd be 7 points worth of damage. I'm going to spend 1 point of threat to re-roll the 4 dice that came up blank. That is far too many challenge dice.
Yeah, that's a bit more than the 4 dice.
There we go. So that's just going to be one extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to do 8 points worth of damage to you.
Did we get some cover too?
I'll say, yeah. You can roll 2 dice worth of cover here, because this is kind of close quarters, or this is tight quarters.
Let's do that. That's 2 points in addition to our
and we have a resistance of 4.
So that means you're going to take 2 points worth of shield damage.
Nope, that is not right. There we go.
We'll say that it doesn't quite matter because you're not going to be suffering a breach anyway. But it looked like it was targeting your shields exactly, or the ship's structure. All right, so that is my go. It is your turn now.
So is the this is so confusing. All right, so is the shields, is that ablative, or do they just regenerate after?
You can take an action to regenerate them.
Right, that's why I'm asking. I just want to know if I need to.
We have a lot of shields because we have 5 extra shield bubbles because we have advanced shields.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So we don't. What we are short on is, since our is power. We've got 11 power to work with, and we've used 10 so far. 9 for our shields and 1 for shooting. So the power management task I might recommend.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it.
If you succeed, now the thing about power management is we have increased power. What's it called? Improved power systems.
Yep.
So whenever we succeed at power management, we get 2 power instead of 1. So if we
that's cool.
So if we make a good power management roll, we could be good on power for a while.
Okay, so I can do that if there are no objections.
Yeah, best idea now. Yeah.
Okay. So for power management,
I'm sorry. We gain 2 power per momentum spend instead of 1.
Okay.
Right, we get a base of 1 plus,
and then
1
every momentum spend we get above that gives us 2 extra.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it requires a daring or a control plus engineering task with a difficulty of 2, which can succeed at a cost.
Okay.
On a success, you gain 1 point of power plus 1 additional power per momentum spent. For you, it's 2, which may exceed its normal maximum.
So the difficulty 2 goes down to difficulty 1 because I'm in the engine room.
Yep.
Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have any momentum. So I think.
Yeah. It might be a thing where you might want to just, because if you're after power, you might want to just load me up with a threat in order to just get as many dice as possible.
Come on.
We are going to need power, so I mean.
Yeah.
All right, I'll spend or I'll give you 3 threat, Chris.
Okay, I'll take it.
And I think I've got this all worked out. Really?
Do you have any reroll talent or something like that?
No, because I have cautious, which is why I was hoping we'd get momentum, but and we keep bombing these rolls, so the pool never refills.
Yeah. So
hey,
good
Chris,
news is,
can I leverage a value to re-roll that?
Sure. What would you like?
I'm gonna leverage. I'm gonna leverage self-sufficient.
Okay. I will let that happen.
Okay. Let me try that roll again. Because God forbid I don't get a complication. God forbid.
Cool. So,
Do you have to reroll the whole roll, or only the dice you want when you're leveraging, a value?
I don't know. Actually, I assumed it was a full reroll.
that's how
I
I'm
could be
playing
wrong.
it, because I think technically
You can.
using a value for a complete reroll that's kind of an off the book thing. It's something that I allow because because your determinations are so powerful, then you only get one of them. So I'm like, you know what? Sure, I'll let that happen. So I'm saying, yeah, you re-rolled the entire thing.
Okay, so it's five total successes along with a complication. Or excuse me, 3 total successes along with a complication.
3 plus one complication. So you did it.
It says that the complications for power management tend to be things like
losing
power being removed from a particular system, increasing the difficulty of future tasks, or removing options until systems are repowered.
Cool. So I'm going to say that because I just rolled a d20. What I'm going to say is that we are going to make future weapon rolls one more difficult, because the power has been drained out of the weapon systems.
Okay.
So you do have that one momentum. You'll regain 2 power automatically for succeeding at the roll, and if you want to spend that extra momentum, you can gain 2 more, I think.
Yep.
So you can have a total of 4 power come back.
Okay.
Cool. So we'll pop that. So now it's my go. Let's see. I already did the weapons, so I think they're going to attempt to regenerate shields. See if they can get some of their shields back. The ship is going to first roll structure plus engineering. And the crew task will roll. That's a difficulty of 1. It looks like they got it. Okay, so if successful, the ship regains 2 points worth of the shields plus 2 more for each momentum spent, which is repeatable. I'll just not gain any threat to say that their shields completely regenerate. Okay, so that's my roll. It is your go.
Has everybody
Who hasn't?
gone?
Who hasn't gone
who
yet?
hasn't acted yet? Okay.
Technically, I think. Let's see. We've done. Command's gone. Helm's gone. The nav hasn't gone. Security doesn't matter. Commander Strohm, you haven't gone. Oh wait.
I have gone.
Yeah. Comms went. Master Chief Petty Officer technically hasn't had their action yet. She's had theirs, and Ops has.
I mean, he aided me, so I think he's gone. So I think we're back around to the next go.
Yeah,
around.
no, Neff hasn't gone, and that could be an important thing now.
Yeah, she can plot a course through the junk.
I think, yeah, she'll do a chart hazard if that helps, because I think this is more about trying to avoid getting hit. So I need the ship to give me sensors plus con. It's a difficulty plus of +3. And I'm going to roll Reason Con.
Something happened. 4 of our ship's shields disappeared when I hit the button.
I clicked. No, I had mine. Wait a minute. Oh wow. I think that roll 20 just crashed.
Yeah, you logged
Oh.
off.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay, that happened. Cool. So we'll wait the 12 seconds for everything to kick back on. Then
So how many shields should we have?
So our shields are equal to our engines, right?
shields are shields are equal to structure plus security.
Okay, so our structure plus security is 9, 10, 11, 12. But we have 5 more added onto that because we have advanced shields.
Mm-hmm. Let me look at the Griffins. So that would be 1, 2, 3. So there's 12 there. So we'd have to manually add the improved shields, I think.
Yeah, that's using the bonus, and then it should now have the correct number.
Okay, good.
There it is. Okay, cool. So I would like somebody to make me a roll for the ship's. Where is it? This is chart hazard. I'd like someone to make me roll for the ship's sensors plus con.
A success.
Got it.
Very good.
I'm going to roll for Instant Chevilos's reason plus con. Roll that. Wow, she whiffs, unfortunately. So she's at the helm, trying to navigate a path through this debris, and unfortunately, she's just not quite able to get there.
I like to think the more likely response is she navigates a path and then Thos just goes the completely opposite direction. She's like, all right, well, here's a new path. No, okay, fine. Here's a new. No, you went the other way. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, Thos just look at her. Shut up, Meg. He just knows what he wants.
Cool. So it is currently 11 here on the East Coast. If we want, we can possibly do one more round and then pause it, or we can pause it here since we're at the top of the order. What's everybody?
I'm good to go one more round.
Then let's do one more round, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Frank, you okay for one more round? You're really the one who's suffering here.
I'm not suffering. I actually like to have the Akira class thing feel our presence. So let's damage them a little bit.
Okay. So
we need some way of generating momentum, because all of us are better with momentum.
Yeah, I was actually going to point that out. So, like, if we're, I don't want to really like game the rules here, but I'm going to suggest that we should be rolling. The people who should be rolling first are the people with the highest pools in what they're trying to do, because that'll generate momentum that'll cascade down to people who have lower pools.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where the difficulty 0 tasks are for. For example, the sensor operation, the sensor sweep is a difficulty 0, generating momentum like nothing else.
So you want me to do another sensor sweep?
Well, we know where they are. Can we maybe like try and locate
weakness?
I would suggest scan for weakness. If we generate enough momentum, try to keep the momentum and then hammer them with something, because scanning for weakness gives you piercing, and that's really important on a bigger ship.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, that would be a control plus science task, difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's sensors plus security.
And just hope we ace this roll, because we need to put some damage on
Center
this thing.
plus security. He's coming to help you. Oh my God, the ship helps you.
Okay, so it looks like you're going to generate 2 momentum for that.
That's great, and it gives piercing 2 quality. That means every effect is piercing 2. That should punch through.
Yep.
And then with the 2 momentum, we can keep initiative the first time, and then you pass it over to tactical, and they hopefully hammer the shit out of it with torpedoes or anything.
I actually might suggest we pass it to con, because if the con does well, they can do evasive maneuvers, which will make it harder for them to hit us. And if he does super well, he can spend 2 momentum to make it super duper harder for them to hit us.
And as con can do 2 actions, you could actually follow it up with an attack pattern.
Yes, that is my intention. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I had to reattach my mic because apparently I lost the Bluetooth connection. So
Yeah, it's all right.
That's fine.
Cool.
So
if you want to keep the initiative, it will cost you the 2 momentum that you have, unless you have unless there's a command ability that reduces that cost down to 0.
Nope.
Command can do the. They've got an ability to have somebody else make a turn, don't they?
Yeah, but that would be their action. So
yeah,
you'd have to go to the enemies and then to us. So
yeah, so if you want to hold on to that momentum, because I don't think anybody here has a way of keeping the initiative for free, unless, let me check Commander Tapalu. That tends to be the one that has that ability. Typically somebody in command. That advisor. Is that a okay? Oh, that's an AIG assistment and AIG assisting thing. So yep, it's currently going to go back to the Watanabe. The Watanabe, I think. Yeah, it's going to try this. I'm going to need structure plus security and control plus security. So that'd be structure plus security. This is going to be difficulty of 2. Looks like I just hit it. So what you find is that the ship rocks, and Ensign Shavilos looks up from her station and is like, Captain, the ship is not responding to anything. Yeah, I have nothing, Captain. Sorry. And it looks like you are now currently caught in the ship's tractor beam.
okay.
So that is my go. It is now your turn.
Engineering?
He only needs 2 to hit us because we're still evasive.
No, we're not.
Evasive doesn't go away until the
lasts
pilot's
until
next
my
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you are correct. Damn, I should have bought an extra die for that. I forgot. Cool. So it looks like Ensign Shavilos has lost control, but then it comes back on, and she's like, "They almost had us, Captain. Now it is your go."
I suggest that navigation or Helm.
Yep. So I'd like to spend my determination.
Okay.
For my value is don't interrupt me. I know what I'm doing.
It sounds good.
So,
So Thos, what are you up to?
I'm going to do evasive action first.
Okay.
So daring plus con. All right, and then I need a structure plus con.
Yep.
I'm going to keep my focus on because I have evasive action for focus.
That is fine. Difficulty.
The ship is not helping you. It likes going in straight lines.
That's
I
okay.
swear, if the roll is like an 11 or less, the ship is fucking aces.
It's all right. So my determination gives me 2 automatic successes, and then I rolled 1, so I actually get 2 momentum off of this, right?
Very good.
So yeah, it looks like so you are going to get 2 momentum off of it. I'm trying
Right, so
to good thing. Do you have that thing where you ignore difficult terrain, basically? Like
Yes. Yep.
Got it.
Yep. For evasive action, yes.
Got it. So you're going to get 2 momentum back.
All right. So then do we want to use that momentum on the extra evasion from the engines?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the Akira class has very big guns.
Okay. All right. So then we'll put 2 of that momentum back into extra evasion from the engines.
Okay. So you now, 2 points harder to hit.
Yeah. And then if it's okay with everybody, I'm going to spend 2 more momentum to do attack pattern, which will reduce our difficulty to hit them by 1.
Very good.
Okay.
All right.
Also, somebody please drop the ship's power down by 1.
Yeah. So we had.
We had 5, so I think we got 4 now.
No. We were at 10. We were at 10, and then we bought ourselves 4 power. So
you were up to. You were
so
beyond.
we're down to 6. Now we're up to 7.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
And I think that doesn't come back until you are out of the combat. Like it doesn't automatically regenerate until you're out of the combat.
Right.
Or I do the power management thing again, like I did last turn.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Keep hitting that NOS foot on the edge.
Yeah. So I popped the Griffin
in
clutch.
In another RPG I played called Starfinder, they made it super easy to repair shields to the point where everybody's just like, "Yeah, hit the repair shields button, go back to sleep." Whenever it's the engineer's turn.
Me, George Jetson.
So currently we have power 7, yeah?
Yeah, we have 7 out of 11 power, yeah. Or we're using 7 out of 11 power.
Okay.
All right. So
we have 4 more power to play with.
So a attack pattern is daring plus con, assisted by the ship's weapons plus con.
Yeah, and I've got
we might actually be able to do that.
I've got combat tactics for focus. That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Cool. So it looks like you're going to get 1 back.
I should get 2 because I have that flyby talent that doesn't increase the difficulty of the second task. No, it is difficulty 2. I'm sorry. Nope, never mind. I thought this was difficulty 1, but it's not. It's 2. So sorry.
Yeah, because it's your second task.
Well,
cool.
Well, no. So my flyby talent says that the second task doesn't go up, but attack pattern is a difficulty 2.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so it does still come out as 1 momentum.
Got it. So you gain 1 back, so that means all attacks to hit or all rolls to hit the Watanabe go down by 1.
And all rolls to hit the Griffin go up by 2.
Yes. And a attack pattern does cost 1 more power, so you're down to 6 power.
Or 8. We're up to 8. 8. We've used 8 out of 11.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you counting? The available power, that would be 3.
He's counting up. We have 3 left.
I'm counting the amount of power we have used.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Got it.
But we have 3 left, correct?
Yeah.
We're at 8 out of 11. Yeah.
Okay.
And for the phaser attack, we need at least one free.
Yep, that's true.
Do you guys want me to do the power management again?
It's their turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so
when the next turn rolls around.
Yeah, I'm thinking, do I want to just try to... Yeah, I think I'm going to take I'm going to try to take an evasive action. For me, it's going to be a difficulty 2 because... Actually, it's going to be a difficulty 3 because the ship is so big.
Yep.
So it's going to be a... Whoop. Go to the Watanabe. This is going to be daring plus con for them, structure plus con for the ship.
I just imagine their bridge. What is the Griffin doing? How are they doing that? What the hell?
And unfortunately, I failed. And my...
They're just
Meanwhile, they
lazily to the left.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they just keep on plowing through all the debris, hitting their shields.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
It's that scene from Galaxy Quest.
But, damn it, we had never
flying through the minefield.
This is the future. These things should learn how to park themselves. So that's me done, and I burn 1 power for it. So it is the Griffin's turn.
All right. I'm going to do my engineering thing, especially since we've got 1 momentum in the pool.
Got it.
So the young and ambitious Lieutenant Shee is down in the engineering room. Power is rapidly declining. She's not happy with her performance, and she's worried that it is going to negatively impact her career. And for the first time in her life, this cautious engineer is starting to reassess how cautious one should be in situations like this. So I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to make the power management roll. I'm going to spend our momentum to buy an additional die. And I am going to challenge, not leverage, challenge one of my values, as in I'm going to can it and replace it with something else. And it'll be unable to be used for the rest of the scenario. And I currently have the value you can't rush quality. And I'm going to be challenging that, and it is going to become there's a time for caution, and this isn't it.
Phlox has a huge grin on his face right now.
That is a better quality than I was going to suggest, which is turns out you can rush quality.
All right, so I've got 2. I'll have 2 successes from the determination spend. I'm rolling 3 dice. Difficulty is 2, goes down to 1 from being in the engine room. Anything I missed?
No, looks like you have it all.
Oh, ship's going to assist you with
nothing.
Engines. Because it's
bitches. That's 6 successes.
That's how you do it.
Oh, God.
Like a boss.
Whoa. Okay.
Nice.
Make that 7.
So you're gonna get.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So actually, I think that the ship does not help with this.
Okay.
So 6.
Yeah. So you're gonna get 5 momentum back. That's incredible.
And we get 2 per 1, right? Because of our shield system.
And improved power systems. Yeah.
So you get 2 power back, and now if you want to spend momentum to get extra power, then you get 2 more per momentum spent.
I suggest we spend 2 momentum to get 4 extra power back. And that should set us up for quite a while.
So 6 in total, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be sitting at 9 available power.
That looks good.
Yeah, we'll be at 8. So yeah, we'll be at 2 out of 11. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yep.
And then I was going to say something else. One of those power needs to go to the weapons so that they're fully operational again.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have damage weapon system.
We'll be at 3 out of 11 power used.
Sounds like a plan. So, is that everything for your side?
Yeah, and that leaves us with how much momentum in the pool? Was it what 3 in the pool still?
3 momentum in the
Yeah,
pool,
okay.
and we are using 3 out of 11 power.
Okay, that sounds perfectly fine to me.
Cool. I think what I want to do now is, I'm going to attempt to scan for weakness because you're a little spry, and I don't like that. So it's going to be sensors plus security on the Watanabe. So sensors, security.
Sadly, that has a very good security, that ship.
Yep. So
As you can see.
So I get 1. Now, let's see. I think. Yeah, I'm not going to buy any more dice. We're just going to roll it just like it is. Bam, bam. Cool. So I'm going to 2 threat for it.
Fortunately, this only matters if they actually hit us.
Actually, what he's going to do is he's just going to keep on doing really easy tasks until he hits 50 threat and then just say we lose.
I mean, technically, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I could end the scene right now if I wanted. But I'm not going to because I'm having fun. So, yeah. So you see that, especially you, Lieutenant Tahana, you can see, or sorry,
Phlox would be.
Yeah,
Phlox is on sensors.
Yeah, so Dr. Phlox, you see that you are currently being scanned, and this is the calm before the storm. So I'm actually going to make life easy. I'm going to spend 2 points of threat to keep the initiative, and now we're going to open up a can of whoop ass. I think I'll keep using the phaser arrays right now. I don't have to, really drill this home. But I am going to spend 3 points of threat to get 2 additional dice.
How does our advantage randomly modulated shields work? Does it apply?
Not unless they're firing torpedoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not busting those out just yet. So this is going to be So the difficulty to hit you goes up by 2. So
Right.
I'm going to need 4 in order to make this happen.
Also, do we have the 2 cover dice like from before?
I'm gonna say nobody's moved. So yeah, so the cover dice. Actually, I'm gonna reduce it down to 1 because I gave the Watanabe 2 because their ass was hanging out. So I'm gonna keep both at 1 cover die.
Okay.
So what do we got here? Fire weapon.
Funny enough, I think they go up by another difficulty because they attempted evasive action.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that is indeed true. You are right. So weapons
And their
plus
pilot is
security.
not as good as ours.
Weapons plus security. For them.
You got that right.
Does. Ow. Okay, so the ship hits 2. I think I need 3 more out of this, and I'm rolling 3 dice. No, I'm rolling 4 dice. Okay, here we go. Got it. Cool. So that means piercing 2, ignoring 2 of the target's resistance per effect rolled, and then I inflict 1 more die for each bonus D20 purchased, and I bought 2. So I'm going to roll 2 additional dice on top of this. Okay, so the phaser away walls, and I'm going to roll 2 additional dice on top of that. Okay, so that's going to be a total of. Oh wow! So
at the moment 11. 11
Yeah,
points,
1, 2,
and
3,
you're
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have
you
4.
blow through our resistance.
Yeah.
You have
So
have
you're
four,
gonna roll.
four effects. So yeah.
Yeah. So roll your 1 cover die.
Yeah, but you will still blow through.
It doesn't matter. You blow through enough resistance that no matter what cover we got, we're not getting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have piercing 8. That ignores 8 points of resistance. That's harsh.
Which is
So-
why we should have done this first.
So okay, so that means that the damage being done is I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points worth of damage to you. You had I think 5 resistance because of cover. So yeah, that means 6 points worth of damage is going onto your shields.
All is going onto our shields.
all. You had performed the spot weakness action. That means every effect is counting for 2 piercing. So you have 4
that's right.
effects that ignores 8 points. Yeah,
All
but
right, guys, we're down to 4 shield bubbles.
So
We are
Yeah,
in advanced shields.
we got one breach. We got 1 breach. If we hadn't advanced shields, our shields would be totally down. But
Yeah, it'll be 2 breaches.
no, it's only 1.
Yep.
If we didn't have the advanced shields, that would have been 2 breaches because it would have popped our shields at the same time.
Oh yeah, that would be true. Yeah. Oh god.
So
yeah.
what did they hit? Because that's the important part too.
I hit your engines. So you're only suffering one breach. If the engines take 1 more breach, they are damaged. But
yeah, because we're scale 4, right?
Yep. But that's all that I can do. I'm done. I am done for this round.
Yeah, well, now it's time for them to eat napalm. Yeah.
Yes, please. Can we
All right.
shoot all of the torpedoes?
Yeah, looks great. Or what you like to? Then let's do that. Photon torpedoes, they have high yield. That would be a good thing. Let's see. What do we get regarding difficulty? Base difficulty for torpedoes is a difficulty 3, and
3.
How is that modified by different evasive action and other things?
It's down. It's down by 1 because we did a.
Yeah, we did attack pattern.
You did an
So it
attack.
reduces it by 1.
Yeah, so it's difficulty 2. We don't take the penalty for evasive action because he's got that right talent. They failed their evasive action, so I think we're still at a 2.
That sounds about right.
All right.
Yeah. So high yield.
Captain, our shields are down to 23.5%.
He's very precise.
Yeah, it's still in the double digits. We are fine.
They can at least round up and make us feel a little better.
So
first things first. If you're making a torpedo attack, that is going to give me threat.
Yeah, not a problem. Let's do it as a full spread. That is probably the best.
So I think I get 3 threat for that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it exactly. It's buried deep in this book.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's under salvo. Because I know full spread is it's a talent. But I think the actual task is called salvo when you're launching.
I think it's called differently. Yeah, torpedoes. They can fire a torpedo salvo. Yeah, instead of a single. It's also known as a full spread.
Threat. It adds 1 effect die to the attack's damage and grants the spread effect.
Very good.
Using torpedoes have a basic difficulty of 3.
You definitely want that.
All right. So base difficulty of 3. That is reduced to a 2, and I think that's all this does. Only after the in hitting it has the gets an additional hit to a random system if one of more effects are rolled. Let's hope for effects. Let's hope for a hit at least.
Yeah.
So okay, let's do it. So eat that.
Do you want any? We also have 3 momentum too.
Yeah, I do have 3 momentum, and currently we have the problem that we are nearly out of shields. So you know what? That's time to pull out all the stops. You know, I don't fight. I survive. That means I take them down no matter what. I use my determination or my value for a die set on a 1.
Okay.
That's important. And we have 3 momentum. That gives me an additional 2 dice, so that's 4 dice.
You are full up.
Let's eat that.
Okay. So the ship is going to roll sensor is going to roll weapons plus security.
Very
And
good.
then you are going to roll for fire weapon control plus security.
Very good. So what does the ship do?
The ship is going to roll weapons plus security.
Ah, I see.
It didn't.
not.
Yeah, it's my
line? No? Okay, the ship doesn't care.
it's moral support. That's good. Okay, let's do it.
You
And
can
I
do
get,
it.
get 2 additional successes for my determination. So that's 6 successes. Success was 4 momentum.
Mm-hmm. So it's 4 momentum
Oh.
back to you. Now this is where it gets interesting, because you're doing a spread effect, and also the torpedoes are high yield. So if you breach, you will get 1 additional breach.
Very good.
Okay,
And
so roll me up
on the
some
first
damage.
spread, I get an additional damage die. So where should I enter that?
Up in the challenge die section, or if you want, you can just temporarily add +1 to the torpedo.
Yeah, let's do that. So I'm adding that for the photon torpedoes. I'm adding 1.
Let me just make sure that the torpedoes are properly aligned.
They had been at 3. I now added 1 to 4. Is that correct?
Yep, and it is properly marked as a torpedo.
Okay, so let's take that. And I'm resetting that, of course, right now to 3 back. And yeah, I do have 3 dice that didn't have any result. Spending 1 momentum for rerolling those 3 dice.
Done.
So let's do that with the challenge dice on top. Okay. Eat that. Okay,
nice.
so
wow. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
That's 9 damage, piercing 6 without any modifiers right now. Let me just take note of that.
Oh, whoops.
Because now I have still 3 momentum to spend.
Okay. So it has.
Yeah.
You could buy more dice with that at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know the thing is this thing has lots and lots of resistance.
It's got 7 resistance, so you can spend 1 to get the extra 2 that we need, and then spend the other 2 to buy 2 extra damage dice.
I don't think that's
also
that are not dice. Yeah, only single points of damage.
Right. Which
but
I would like some momentum to try and hack their computer.
You can do that without momentum.
If we hit them hard enough, we're not gonna need to hack your computer.
Yeah, I think we've got the upper hand right now. We should hit them
You're
hard.
gonna hack your computer. Never mind.
Because I can tell you exactly what's gonna happen on my turn. Is I'm gonna tell them to do it again.
Okay. Things are now. Let me do that this way. I take 1 momentum to bring the piercing up to 8. So that would be 9 damage with piercing 8. And then let's check what the whole spread effect does. It would be deal half the damage of the initial hit, rounding up. That would be 5 points on for every other effect to another system. +1 for effect rolled after the first. Oh God! All right, so
yeah. Hang on 1 second. Let's do this math. I'm going to be back in 2 seconds, and we will figure this out.
So they get 1 additional hit to a random system if 1 or more effect is rolled. So they get another system.
Yeah, so you're going to smack 1 system for 9 at Pierce 8.
Piercing 8.
And then a second at what 4 or 5 at
Five.
Pierce 8.
It's rounding up here in the text, so rounding
So,
up.
Yeah, so
And
5 at Pierce 8.
plus one damage for every effect rolled after the first.
Oh, okay. So, then there's 3 effects, right? Oh, 2 effects then for that one.
Yeah. So 7 for the next system. And yeah, there's a momentum spend of 2 momentum for a devastating attack roll an additional system. That gets an additional hit, dealing half the primary attack's damage rounding up. We could actually take three hits on their system for the last 2 momentum.
Which, and they're all treated as attacks, so it still has the same effects. So you're still getting the same pierce. You're still getting the same effects.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna end up doing about 3 or 4 reaches with that if the math works out the right way.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I'd say we're in a really good position right now, so better take advantage of it while we can.
There's some traditional saying, you have to give them the bayonet. It sounds like a bit of a weak thing. That isn't. You have to exterminate them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, their shields are wavering, Captain. What are they doing? They're firing all of their torpedoes.
Yeah, let's do that. So when our DM comes back,
what about the torpedoes in the back? No, they're spinning around. They're firing all of them.
Yeah, that's no.
If you get a good jump with torpedoes, you can actually one pop some really big ships in this game, and it's kind of terrifying.
As it should be. But
yeah, because I mean, you think about it, like say the Akira actually gets one shot. It's a classic ship. You just killed about 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Just gone. Just didn't exist. The scale is insane.
But we worked our ass off to get this. That was a hard thing.
I would suggest at the top of next round that our pilot goes and puts us behind the moon. Because
they're going to be angry.
They're going to be very pissed off.
Yeah. Hit them hard and then away.
Run the fuck away.
So the good news is I can move one zone away, and it's a D0, which means any successes I get is just momentum.
So let's figure out what that giant ass torpedo hit did to me.
It's bad.
I figured. I just need to. So it's 9 damage. I'm sorry.
The first hit, the primary hit, 9 damage to a certain system, piercing 8.
Okay.
The secondary hit, 7 damage to another, piercing 8 to another system, and we spent 2 momentum for a third one. That only gets 5 damage, but piercing 8 still.
So the first one is a 9 damage piercing 8, which just gets through everything and goes right onto the shields.
Yeah.
Then there's the second hit that's 5 damage and then another 5.
No, the second one is 7 points. Because you get half damage plus 1 point of damage for every effect rolled beyond the first. So I had 3 effects, so that's 7 damage. Piercing 8, of course.
I don't mean to disagree with your interpretation, but it says for each effect rolls, the attack inflicts 1 additional hit to a random system, each of which deal half damage of the initial hit rounded up.
Yeah, so read on. Read on.
These additional hits are resolved separately, and each is reduced by resistance, reduces shields, and potentially causes breaches.
Yeah, you forgot +1 for every effect rolled after the first.
I don't, unless that is eroded.
I don't know,
because I'm looking at I'm looking at spread, and that's
yeah I'm looking at that too.
Interesting. Let me hold on.
So I could.
Let me just try.
You can highlight and cut and paste the text in channel so we can see it.
Yeah, let's do that in the Discord channel. That's my text, and the interesting part is the.
Oh, yep. So yeah, I'm actually looking at the PDF, and I can see it right there. So +1 for every effect rolled after the first, which deals.
Yeah, so that's why we came up with the 7 points for the second one.
Second point.
And spending 2 momentum, that gives us another hit for half damage. That's only 5 points.
Okay, so you're doing a total of 9 + 7 is 16. You're doing a total of 21 damage.
Yeah.
Directly to this ship's shields, because it's ignoring all of the resistance.
Yeah.
So that means you're causing 4 breaches, I think. So because you're doing 8. Hold on, which is
so it's 1 for each attack, so that's 3. 1 for popping the shields, it's 4. 1 for high yields, it's actually 5 breaches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, high yields. Never forget that. Yeah, of course, it's torpedoes.
So what actually happens is you hit this, and you see that this simulated torpedo hits that, and you see the flash as all their shields dissipate, and there's a whoop 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 that pops up onto the, or actually, you are getting hailed, and so Lieutenant Thoss, you see a little, like a beep beep.
I'm at communications.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lieutenant Tahana. Helm, comm, I get it mixed up.
I'll press
it's
the
all a yellow shirt.
I'll press the button. I'll try to make it really hard to make it look like I'm hacking their computer still, which I'm totally still doing. Beep.
Yeah, man. I'm ordering shit onto all of your credit cards. What's up? So you see this giant picture come up of a rather annoyed ship captain. She's like, "What the hell was that about?"
Buddy, you want my soda?
Just giant paintball torpedoes.
Wow, like I did. Wow.
I said you have a nice ship there. You should take good care of it.
Sure,
It
was
might
a shame
get
something happened to it.
Yeah, would be a shame.
Well, I gotta say that I'm glad these were simulated, because if that was a real torpedo and if you were really enemies, we'd be dead right now.
At that point, I'd like to say that their weapons systems just go down randomly.
Yeah. You can see that some, ensign raises their hands like, Captain? And Captain looks over, looks at their LCARs, looks up, looks down, looks up, looks down, looks up. Are you in our damn computer systems right now?
Maybe.
Where we might actually consider them our computer systems now.
And that's a problem. I have the same combination on my luggage. Well, Captain, that was enlightening. I'm going to have a word with Starfleet about that. And I'm sure you will too. Congratulations on kicking my ass, I guess. I think we can absolutely share some share some battle strats over drinks sometime, because man, am I glad that was a sim. Man, the Dominion didn't give me a fight like that.
Dominion don't hack computers.
No, they don't. That is true.
Also, the Dominion don't have pilots like we do.
That is also. There. As I feel like that's what's going on all of their screens right now. And they're like, well, let's get a little bit further away from the Klingon neutral zone and let's debrief. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot to talk about. And with that, the nacelles on both ships glow as you impulse your way out of this field and off into history. That is our little demo of a ship-to-ship combat. I hope that was enlightening. Ship combat it can be really crunchy. I love it, but it can be really crunchy because there's so many like bonus for this, penalty for that, etc., 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 stacked on top of each other. But yeah, I love ship combat. It feels like, because I felt like I could have gotten you at any moment. Like, all I needed was maybe one more good roll and you would have been done.
Yeah, the next hit you would have done, if we didn't get our shields up, was going to do 2 breaches minimum.
Yeah.
Because the Akira is pumping out the big dig damage with just phases alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even turn on the photon
torpedoes.
I debated not letting them have quantum torpedoes because that felt like overkill.
Well, I mean, the thing base has rapid-fire torpedo launchers. You might as well just buy the Porsche at that point.
Right. Whatever.
I think the crunchiness gets helped when you have a lot of players, because each player can keep track of their own numbers, you know?
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Cool. So thank you all for playing with me.
Link a stupid GIF file. Not able to do it.
You click the GIF button and you search for a GIF.
Yeah. I will say that on desktop it's a lot easier. Like, I've tried doing it on my phone, and you have to go to Google Image and save it and blah blah blah, and it clogs up your photo app, and it's just not good.
I was fully expecting the Akira to just like, all right, hey, launch all our fighters, because they can carry fighters, no problem. Federation attack craft are no joke. Those suckers each have like 5 torpedo tubes on them as well. They're crazy.
Yeah, like, it was definitely a not balanced fight. Like, if you were to just like stand and bang, which we were about to, you were going down. But that's sort of what this was about. It was about the ingenuity, and if you if you could survive long enough to do something clever with them.
Yeah, I think our next move would have been hide behind the planet.
Oh yeah, and I'm actually curious how long it would have taken you, Tahana, to like go through and shut their weapons down or shut their shields down. And yeah, I was thinking about possibly keeping track of all of the breaches to their different systems, and I'm glad that I did not. Like, no way in hell.
Yeah, in a serious encounter, we would have run, of course, and that would have gone totally different.
Yep.
But in this case, yeah, well, we did
She-
reasonably
she-
good.
She literally said she wanted to whoop our ass before breakfast, and then we're like, all right, guys, it's time for breakfast, and we just leave.
Bye. Cool. Well, anyways, thank you all so much. I'm going to look at the advancement rules because I think you all deserve some advancement, and see what we can do before the next game, which will be episode 4. I think, what is the title that I have picked out? Because I already know the next adventure that I want to run. The next one that I'm going to run is actually the first one that I ever ran. So yeah, it's really good, and I like it a lot. The title is going to be called. Is that right? No, that's not right. Is going to be called Border Dispute.
I had a question. I posted this on the boards, and some people answered, but not everybody. I was thinking about maybe doing either a superhero game using the Sentinels Comics RPG system, which is a very freeform, free-flowing system, or the Dresden Comics or the Dresden RPG. I just wanted to know if anybody. I got like a couple people saying, but I wanted to know if anybody would be interested in that.
I would bow out just because this game that I'm in is the third game that I have going, and I know Frank scoffs at that, but I don't want to go beyond 3. Not that I wouldn't be interested in it, but I want to keep the number of games that I'm involved in to a low number.
All right, no, I totally understand that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm kind of in the same position, but if it comes up again, I'd definitely be interested.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably not going to start it for at least a month, so.
On my end, it would depend on what day it is.